Welcome to the Friday, December 18th edition of the SVG-TV News. I'm Khalil Kato with the details. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said revenue for the period January to November last year was better when compared to the same period this year. He, however, noted that for the year up to November, revenue was up 4.3%, just over a percentage point less than the same 11-month period in 2019. The Prime Minister last Wednesday was giving an update on the economic outlook for SVG.
Year on, first 11 months last year to this now, our revenues are up 4.3%, though in November, last year we did better than November this year. Because up to the end of October, we were up 5.5%. But now we are up 4.3%. Because the revenues dipped last in November. This is what will happen. I'm expecting it to pick up this month. Interesting to see whether it's going to pick up to the extent of last year, December.
Dr. Gonsalves added that total expenditure is up 18%, with capital expenditure registering an increase of 106%.
To the end of November, the recorded is $170 million in capital expenditure, which is quite good. But it means with expenditure outstripping revenue increases, that the deficit is widening. But we are so far we are funding the deficit in an appropriate manner.
Dr. Gonsalves also noted that the deficit on the current account increased by $10 million compared to last year.
And I would wish if it were not, there was an increase in the deficit there, but compared to what is happening elsewhere, it's a reasonable performance, well, holding operation really. And next year, it's going to be a very challenging year. The budget is difficult to shape in the circumstances.
The Trafficking in Persons unit of the RSVG police force is advising persons not to let their guard down during this season. Corporal Garrett Dopwell, who heads the unit, and retired head of the unit, Ruth Jacobs, spoke at the annual Police Crime Prevention exhibition in Kingstown last week. They said people, especially those seeking jobs, have to be on the lookout for exploitation and human trafficking, which is a modern form of slavery.
You have to be careful. You don't want to just meet a stranger and then strangers come in and giving you stuff, because those are some of the ways they recruit. You would meet somebody, they would pretend to be nice to that person, giving them gifts, giving them money, but when they get your trust, then that is when it becomes dangerous. That is when they put you in a situation where you can be exploited.
Youths to ensure, because Christmas time, it's a busy time of the year, and it's a time when people bring out a lot of offers and offer job and all of that. And sometimes if you're not careful, you may easily accept an offer that looks like a genuine offer and it turned out not to be a genuine offer. So I think there is need for the information to go out. So I come here religiously every year and assist the Anti-Trafficking in Persons unit, and to make sure that I give my support to my fellow colleagues.
They explained that SVG has no recorded cases of human trafficking. However, Corporal Dopwell said that more than 1 million children globally are trafficked every year, and he emphasized that it can happen here as well.
It can happen locally. So you can have somebody moving from Kingston to Chateaubriand, Georgetown. It can be also regionally from St. Vincent to Barbados, Trinidad, and it can be internationally from Caribbean islands, St. Vincent to Canada, United States, England, Europe. So those are the different ways in which persons move. Yes, human trafficking can happen locally. It does not just have to be overseas.
The Trafficking in Persons unit has been conducting educational programs in schools across the state, which the unit said has been helpful.
In 2015, we had our first case of human trafficking. However, that matter went to court, but it was dismissed by lack of evidence, insufficient evidence, I should say. To this present date, we have had no cases of human trafficking in our island, in our shores. Reason for being is that I say that we do a lot of preventative work. So persons out there tend to be on the guard. They tend to be on the lookout for suspicious persons. For instance, persons who post ads in newspapers or on social media looking for persons to work for them with little or no skill, that would raise a red flag. So when they're initially speaking to that person, they try to pick certain things from it. And if that sounds suspicious to them, they would either decline or they would inform the relative authorities, and then we would investigate.
The unit is located at the Kittels Police Station and can be contacted at telephone number 456-1750. The National Society of Persons with Disabilities has been providing its members with the opportunity to benefit financially from their skills through the sale of items produced mainly by its members who are hearing impaired. The work is on display for sale at the NSPD's workshop and headquarters downstairs the old Anglican School building in Kingstown. President of the organization, Andrea Ashers, said that sewing is one of the main skills of its members, and while COVID-19 has dampened sales for the year, they have had some orders for Christmas.
Here is some of the product that some of our disabled persons make, the hearing impaired. When you look around, you'll see what they are. So we have different types of disabilities. Persons with different disabilities will come in and do a little craft. Whatever they're skilled in, they will come in and do it. So what we're having now is some, and we have some bags on that side.
The organization moved to the new location in February, and most of the persons who work there are hearing impaired. When SVG-TV News visited this afternoon, Andrea Brown and Rick Arthur were working on items of clothing, which, like the others, is their only source of income.
Amanda, she's hearing impaired, she's doing some cushions. Andrick is making some skirt. Gamal, he makes some necklace and bangles and earrings. But he's not here right now, he up them. They're not really employed, they come in and they work on their own. So whatever money they make, that's this. Well, they come from special school, and there's a lady who volunteers her service, Mrs. Silma Edwards. She volunteers her service to come in and guide them along with the sewing. And they good at embroidery, so they could manage that on their own. If they need the help in that area or the crochet area, I will help them.
Ashers has thrown out an invitation to the public to support the members by visiting in person to purchase at the facility or by placing orders.
And they can come in from Monday to Friday, but Tuesday would be our last day. We are closing off for Christmas.
What's the number?
They can reach me at 531-6753 or the office number 456-8888.
With Christmas 1 week away, capital Kingstown was abuzz with hundreds of people conducting business and doing shopping today. There were long lines at the banks and at remittance services outlets. Our camera took to the streets today and heard from some persons about preparations for Christmas.
I did the cleaning already. I did the cleaning and it just leave for me now to put away. I clean every day. I don't wait until Christmas come to clean. I clean every day because I like to see a sparkling. My 5 loving children, my 2 boys and my 3 girls, and all of my grandchildren.
I'm in for Christmas. I love Christmas and I love to prepare for Christmas, which I have been doing already.
Okay,
you know?
like such as
buying my Christmas decorations and buying my my Christmas curtains and stuff like that, ready for the season,
I'm shopping to buy some carpet. My dad when I look at cleaning up. My son Alan Baker, God bless them. I hope they will live to see many, many blow. And my 2 grandchildren and my daughter-in-law.
Eat and drink and enjoy myself and my family.
There were others who were cautious about added spending for the Christmas season.
Not into Christmas. When I was a kid, right? Like when I was younger, I was very excited about Christmas because, you know, in Christmas times we all expect to have the toys and all these nice things to eat and stuff like that. As an adult now, it appears to me that things has been going smooth so far.
Well, I'm working hard to make Christmas for others, very, very, very hard, and I'm trying to get a little rest, but still have to work.
My Christmas is walk, I am walking. I don't have no time to celebrate Christmas this year. I was looking for the dollars. But I would like to send some greetings to my kids, Natisha, who is in Taiwan, Yolin, Chappelle, and Boyan in Barreling from the mother Cass. And the Christmas will meet you how you want it to meet you, because some of us know we can't afford stuff and we go in and trust them. We go in all out and take we want money and buy them, so we must find it hard. I don't do that. I buy things that I need and not what I want.
It's not going as well as I thought it would be, but however, it's a season to be treason.
The annual prison concert, which draws much support from the public, will not be held this year. Superintendent of Prisons, Timothy Hazelwood, said the concert, as well as the football match between the Superintendent of Prisons team and the Commissioner of Police's team, has also been cancelled. In a release, Superintendent Hazelwood cited the COVID-19 pandemic and the current review of national security matters at the prison in Kingstown and Belle Isle as the reasons for the cancellation. An investigation was launched after murder-accused Varen Primus and Ulrich Hansen escaped from the Kingstown facility on Wednesday, December 9th. They were recaptured the following day, and Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said that this week that it's likely an inquiry will be held. A toothbrush should not be replaced by mouthwash because the toothbrush is the main tool for oral care. That's the advice given by Head of Public Dental Services in SVG, Dr. Brendan Richards. He was speaking about diabetes and proper oral care at the Ministry of Health's Diabetes Prevention and Control Program.
Need for the toothbrush in whichever form it may take, because we need to remove food from between the teeth and gums. When you're selecting a toothbrush, you want to make sure that you do not choose a toothbrush that looks like this. You want a toothbrush that allows the bristles to adapt better into the surfaces of the teeth, because as you would notice, the surfaces of the teeth are not entirely flat like that. They have grooves, they have hills and valleys. So this toothbrush is flat, and so it's not going to adapt properly into the surfaces. This toothbrush, however, has the grooves that goes down and allows you to better adapt into the surfaces, and so remove the pieces of food that may be trapped there.
Dr. Richards said for diabetics, oral care should be of utmost importance because there is a greater risk of them developing infections in the mouth that can lead to cancer. He said while brushing is important, this may also be augmented with flossing, and he explained how it should be done.
Once the food is trapped there, then you have a little microhabitat being formed, and they will multiply and cause decay between the teeth. Now, a decay between two teeth is actually worse than a decay on top of the tooth. Why? Because once the decay is between here, it affects both teeth at the same time. It's like knocking out two birds with one stone.
People from Stubbs and neighboring communities have been sharing their experiences after 3 days of 9 Mornings activities. The Stubbs 9 Mornings Committee is partnering with Jack's Enterprises in this year's program, and a member of the Business House also used the opportunity to speak about the activities thus far.
It's a community thing, and you have to get yourself involved, get the community spirit, and that's it.
Well, it's my first morning so far, right, for the season, but I'm just taking it in.
And people start.
It's fun, so I'm just taking it in.
Jack's from Jack's Enterprises, and we partner with the Stubbs 9 Morning community and hand out a bit of goodies for the folks here. That's what we do at Jack's Enterprises all the time, sharing.
I enjoyed the play. The play. It was nice.
Activities on the Stubbs 9 Mornings program include games, drama, and presentations of gifts to children.
Now, what they call this game? What's the name of the game? Pour the water in the bottle.